All right, let's quickly begin where at least numerically India stands with its fight against COVID-19. Viewers, it doesn't look good right now. And we have no one else to blame but ourselves. And that is something that we want to reach by the end of the show because we cannot afford to keep our guard down. These are the numbers. India overall active cases right now stand at 4,43,303. We've seen till now 1,31,578 deaths. Let's break it down numerically, state-wise. The state of Maharashtra continues to dominate with the total positive count in terms of active cases standing at 81,207. The state of Maharashtra has seen one-third of the national death toll due to COVID at 46,202. Second is the state of Kerala. Right now, active cases in Kerala are 69,516. Deaths in Kerala have been less, which are 1,943. Delhi right now is in emergency mode and standing with total active positive cases at 42,458. Deaths in Delhi have been rising, especially in the last couple of days. Total death toll at 7,943. This is what it looks like numerically. This was the count that's ago. But let's now shift focus to the national capital. And it doesn't look good. Delhi, viewers, right now is in the midst of a COVID emergency. And the reason being, many would say, politically, it did not act enough when it had to, especially at a time when pollution levels were rising, the winter was setting in, festivities were a display. Did Delhi let its guard down? And who is to blame?
131 deaths in 24 hours, the highest daily toll since the outbreak. 1 lakh cases in 15 days, the fastest growth ever for the city. COVID-19 has tightened its grip on Delhi. The festival season that started with Dussehra only added to the woes of the capital, already reeling under pollution. The Arvind Kejriwal government is now under fire from the opposition. The Chief Minister chaired an all-party meet on Thursday where the BJP and Congress questioned the AAP government over its lack of proposed market lockdown, Chhath Puja ban and lack of beds in hospitals.
जो टेस्टिंग चल रही है, उस टेस्टिंग पर किसी भी तरह से कोविड पर रोक नहीं लगाई जा सकती। छठी माई पर्व मनोकामनाओं का पर्व है। इसमें लोग कई महीनों और कई सालों तक अपनी मनोकामना पूर्ति के लिए व्रत रखते हैं। एनी मूवमेंट पर जिस तरह से पटाखों पर बैन लगाया गया था, वैसे ही यह भी एक बार गलत फैसला साबित होगा।
After the meeting, Kejriwal announced stricter norms for Delhiites. He assured enough beds are available to deal with the situation.
मेडिकल फ्रेटर्निटी ने इतनी शानदार व्यवस्था की है, इतना शानदार कोविड का मैनेजमेंट दिल्ली में किया है। दिल्ली में आज भी 7,500 बेड्स अवेलेबल हैं। आज भी 450 आईसीयू बेड्स अवेलेबल हैं। कॉरिडोर के अंदर पेशेंट्स नहीं पड़े हुए, सड़कों के ऊपर पेशेंट्स नहीं पड़े हुए।
Meanwhile, the Delhi High Government, from crowded markets to lack of curbs, the High Court slammed the state government, stating it had done too little, too late. The court has sought a status report on the government's action plan to increase bed capacity in the capital. Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to immediately cut across to my colleague Anisha, who's been tracking the situation, which is rather unfortunate in the national capital. Anisha, the latest, of course, in terms of curbs that have been put in. If you don't wear a mask in Delhi, you paid 500 till yesterday. From today, it's going to be 2,000. ICU beds has been a matter of concern, still remains a matter of concern. But the Chief Minister, if one listens to him, says everything is under control. What's the ground situation?
Well, Priti, the biggest concern right now is the fact that people in general are not following the rules. Yes, we've seen the government getting pulled up by the Delhi High Court just this morning that why do you not have enough monitoring in the city? Why is it that the norms were loosened during the festival season? The government is also, the Delhi and central government together are coming together to create more ICU beds, to create more medical facilities. And the fine has also been increased. But at the end of it is the responsibility of every citizen living in the city. We've been doing the rounds of various markets for the last 2-3 days. It's pre-Diwali, post-Diwali, with the Chhath Puja coming in and with this Shadi season, the wedding season coming in, the markets are chock full of people and the people are not wearing masks. And that is going to be the biggest problem for the city in the coming few days as well. We've seen how with the hike in the fine, we are expecting now that people people will be a little more scared of the steep fine that they will have to pay. But we are very clearly seeing that in the marketplaces, the crowds have not been under control. People are not maintaining social distancing. The Delhi government today told the court that they have 134 teams patrolling the city. They have several vehicles patrolling the city. There are volunteers, police personnel, home guards, all sorts of government officials on the ground in the field trying to tell people to follow the COVID norms.
All right, Anisha, before I let you go, would you just quickly take our viewers through what's the latest protocol in Delhi? 2,000 rupees if you're not wearing a mask, but hopefully people should wear it for their own health and not because they're going to lose money. What else? Is there a curb on marketplaces? There has already been a curb when it comes to the number of attendees, especially where marriage functions are concerned. Just give us the whole list. Protocol in Delhi now.
Well, the marketplaces have not been restricted so far, but it is something that is being considered. The Association of Traders, of course, had said that this should not be done because the economy is going to be in very bad shape. Yes, as you just said, the number of persons who can attend a wedding has now been cut down to 50 again from 200. Masks, of course, if you don't wear a mask, the fine is going to be very, very steep. The government is also asking everyone to, instead of indulging in politics, come together and ensure that all the norms are followed. The basic norms remain the same. Wear a mask, maintain distancing, and that is something everyone has to follow.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Anisha. We're going to continue to come back to you. Delhi is not looking good. Is it in COVID crisis? Yes. The health minister would have us believe that the worst is over. But on ground, it doesn't seem to suggest so, even if you look at the numbers. Let's cut into the latest news break that we're getting in right now. Just shifting focus briefly from our show, which is that India has now struck back in Pakistan, destroying terror launch pads across the border. That's the latest news break that is coming in. All of this, what we have seen in the last week, 10 days, where the border, the line of control heating up with exchange with Pakistan, violating the protocol of the line of control, resorting to heavy shelling. India is striking back, and unilaterally this time, and that's the latest news that is coming in right now, is that India has struck back and targeted terror launch pads across the border. The Indian Army has carried out targeted strikes across the border, destroying terror launch pads in Pakistan. It's a big strike by the Indian Army in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is what we're getting to know. This is, viewers, initial information that is filtering in. We're going to continue to get our viewers up to speed with it. But what we can tell them is that Indian Army unilaterally has struck back, carried out pinpoint strikes across the line of control. Intel has been based, targeted strikes carried out by the army. All right, as we continue to get in more information, let's quickly focus back on our show. So we showed you where Delhi stands, and it's not looking good for Delhi or Delhiites right now. It's in our control. Until and unless there is a vaccine, the mask and COVID protocol is what you need to follow. But what about the state of Maharashtra, continuing to record the highest number of cases, viewers? Well, it had things under control, but it seems now Maharashtra, especially Mumbai, is bracing for a next COVID surge. Primarily, one of the reasons is it's opened out all possible religious places. Maharashtra government says it's in control. But on ground, what does it look like? Take a look.
Mumbai is bracing up for a possible third wave of coronavirus infections. Though the cases have drastically reduced, officials are taking no chances. Unlike Delhi, the daily cases in Mumbai are below 1,000. But experts are speculating high number of cases due to recent festive season and unlocking of religious places. Keeping in mind the threat, the government has decided not to shut down coronavirus facilities in the financial capital.
कई शहरों में सेकेंड या थर्ड वेव आ रही है. अभी तो हम 3 फिगर्स में हैं, कल भी 590 पे थे. टेस्टिंग हमारी जारी है, लेकिन ये वेव ना कैसे आए, इसी पे हम थोड़ा ध्यान देना चाहते हैं. या आए भी तो भी किसी को तकलीफ ना हो. जैसे हमारे जो मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज है, वेंटिलेटर्स हो, ऑक्सीजन कंसंट्रेटर्स हो, जो DCH है, DCHC है, ये सारे अभी तक बंद नहीं हुए हैं, ना करेंगे, क्योंकि अभी हम इसी के इंतजार में हैं कि अगर वेव आए तो लोगों को जो सुविधा रहती है वो चलती रहे.
Mumbai alone has 6 jumbo COVID-19 facilities.
We are right now present outside BKC COVID-19 facility. This was the first jumbo COVID center built up by the official in the BKC area. You can see how huge it is. Now, the total number of beds over here are 2100. But with the COVID-19 cases coming down in Mumbai, right now, only 352 beds are occupied.
As of now, there are more than 17,000 beds in Mumbai COVID facilities, of whom only 5,138 are occupied and 12,329 are free. The state government and experts say if proper care is not taken, then another wave can hit anywhere like it did in Delhi.
आए ना ये भगवान से प्रार्थना है और बंद कोविड जाने के बाद होगी तो हमारी यही एक ईश्वर से प्रार्थना है कि जल्द से जल्द वैक्सीन आए, कोविड जाए, लेकिन तब तक हमारा तो काम जारी रहेगा.
Cases of coronavirus have come down in Mumbai, but there are speculation that another wave can hit Mumbai. Therefore, officials are fully prepared, but we too have to take all precautions that we have to wear masks and sanitize our hands. With camera person Vaibhav Kangutkar, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
A quick question from my colleague Saurav Vakhtania, who's joining us live. Saurav, you know, physiologically, the situation, circumstances in Mumbai are very, very different than Delhi. We are, you know, at the cusp of of winters. There's pollution, there's stubble burning, all of that, and there's a COVID crisis. What is Mumbai doing differently to avoid the next surge of COVID cases?
Well, Preeti, but the fear, the worst fear for the officials that another wave can possibly hit Mumbai or Maharashtra may soon come through. Let me tell you the latest figures which we are getting, Preeti, right now. Now, initially for the last 1 week, the total number of coronavirus cases in whole Maharashtra, around 2,500 cases every day. But suddenly there is a surge in case. The numbers have directly doubled. In Maharashtra yesterday, we found out over 5,000 coronavirus cases. Now, let me tell you the figures of Mumbai. Mumbai, for the last 1 week, Preeti, there were cases of around 550 cases every day. But yesterday, the cases surged to 871. So there is a rise in the cases, and the officials are claiming that this is due to the festive season which passed by. Also, several things have opened up. Now, what the officials are telling us that they are not going to shut down the COVID-19 facility, but they are also not going to make lockdown, because lockdown actually makes the economy crumble down. So
all right, appreciate you joining us. All right. Saurav, I'm sorry, we're a little short of time. Appreciate you joining us. I want to quickly shift focus from Mumbai. Mumbai right now, things are in control. But things don't go out of hand. Saurav Vakhtania was just entailing the process and the protocol that Mumbai is following. But let's take you right now to a school in Haryana, Rewari. And that's the sad part, because after 8 months, schools reopened in Haryana. But as soon as the students got back to the schools, as many as 147 students in Haryana have tested positive, leaving the authorities now in a complete state of dilemma. Rewari has reported 72 COVID positive cases in children. Jind has reported 29, Sirsa 16, while Mahindargarh, Kaithal have reported 12 cases each within 2 weeks of schools reopening. Meanwhile, authorities have raked up testing in schools and have asked the institutions to strictly follow COVID protocols. But it doesn't look good, because even within just a few days of schools reopening in Haryana, the figure is 147 students have tested positive.
हम आगे और चौकसाई बरतेंगे. वैसे तो हमने खैर पहले ही खूब उसमें कर रखा, चाहे सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की बात है, चाहे मास्क लगाने की बात, सैनिटाइज की बात, सब पे ध्यान दे रहे हैं. लेकिन ये सारा कुछ ध्यान देने के बावजूद भी अगर बाहर से कई बार हो सकता है कि किसी बच्चे को बाहर से है और वो आ गया, तो उसके समस्या तो होती है. और इसके लिए बहुत लंबे टाइम तक स्कूलों को बंद भी करके रखा है, इसीलिए ताकि ना हो. तो अभी तो ऐसा कोई निर्णय नहीं है कि कोई स्कूलों को बंद करने की बात हो. लेकिन अगर कभी इस प्रकार की, मान लीजिए अगर बढ़ता है और इस प्रकार की जरूरत होती है, जो भी विशेषज्ञ राय देंगे उस प्रकार का निर्णय ले लेंगे.
All right, let's cut across now from Haryana to Madhya Pradesh, Indore city. Not following protocols where COVID was concerned resulted in, mind your mind-boggling number in Indore, in a jewelry shop. 31 employees of a jewelry shop in Indore tested positive for COVID. This could pretty much be a cluster outbreak. Clearly, COVID protocols were not followed in Indore. Reportedly, the store was overcrowded due to Diwali and Dhanteras, and people thronged the store. Despite Indore being one of the worst hit cities, people broke social distancing norms, especially even the employees, resulting in 31 employees of this shop that we are showing you testing positive for COVID. All right,
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.